When we come into church, we come into a culture. For most of us, this is a culture that we are familiar with. Most of us choose to be or to go to church and to a particular tradition because that's where we're comfortable. That's kind of our home, and that's what we are most familiar with. And in fact, a lot of the time it is what we theologically agree with, and they are our community, our family that we grow together. For many of us, this will be the same tradition that we have been in for years. For others, such as myself, I have changed slightly and gone in different directions throughout my life. So it's interesting to see how different cultures and different traditions have added to my faith and expectations when I come into worship. For those who it is familiar with, that's something that we've been brought up in, the challenge is to find something new and fresh when we come into worship. On the other side of the coin are those that rarely attend worship or maybe just come in for one service. For me, often I work with families who are just there because they want to have their child christened or baptised. So their wider experience of church and church community and culture is quite limited. The challenge there is to ask, is there anything that we can do that they would like that we're not doing, or things that we are doing which are a barrier to them? How do we make sure that they meet God in some way in that service? Is it time to think outside our experience, or do we assume too much, either that the service is far too traditional and way over their heads, or it's far too much the other way, and how could they possibly get anything out of it? We're just trying to entertain them. So I asked a range of people, those who are experienced Christians and familiar within that culture, and for those, I asked those who were on the edge. I asked them what were their expectations for worship, for when they came to a church, and what would they like. And this is what they said.
I expect that there will be a peaceful, reflective atmosphere, that I will learn more about Jesus and God, and that I will find place to be calm and take in, and then hopefully it'll fill me up with what I need to do when I go out during the week.
So in stillness and in silence, people expect that in our services. But that's difficult. As preachers, we don't always have control over the expected culture of the congregation that we more often or not are visiting, and we don't know the lead up or the build up to the service that people have experienced. However, I think that in this digital age of constant communication, we probably owe it to people to have and fulfill that expectation of having a place of quietness and calmness, that it is indeed a time to take out from our everyday living. So how, though, do we present the word or worship to be meaningful in that silence and stillness? Maybe we could take a Bible passage and make people be still and imagine how that feels to be there, by thinking about what you would see, what you would feel, what you would taste, what you would hear. Really taking the time over that to make it happen. Silence is a scary thing, And even if you were to pause for 2 or 3 seconds, even that seems to be a really very long time. But we probably do actually owe it to everyone to put a bit more silence. So perhaps we need to use those tools of contemplation, of quiet music, of the use of candles and symbols to help people bring themselves into a place where they can hear from God. Psalm 23 says, He leads me by still waters, He makes me lie down. Our challenge for this kind of expectation is to see how we can possibly do that and do it in an edifying and constructive way.
When I come to worship, the first thing I want the guidance from God, Christ, what He wants me to do and where to go from where I am.
Breathe on me, breath of God, fill me with life anew, that I may love what you would love, that I may do what you would do. Breathe on me, breath of God, fill me with life anew, that I may love what you would love, that I may do what you would do. Holy Spirit, fill us, guide our wandering hearts, fix our eyes on Jesus evermore, to adore Him.
I expect that I feel I'm not condemned. I am encouraged. But I got the teaching because when we go to the surface, we want to know what we have done right or wrong. Yeah.
I come to church, come to worship, expecting to meet with God. I want to grow in my faith, and so expecting to meet God right there in that moment and in that place to help me go further and out is what I come to worship for.
Breathe on me, breath of God, fill me with life anew, that I may love what you would love, that I may do what you would do. Breathe on me, breath of God, fill me with life in you, that I may love what you would love, that I may do what you would do. Holy Spirit, fill us, guide our wandering hearts, fix our eyes on Jesus evermore, to adore Him. Breathe on me, breath of God, until my heart is true and pure, until it
My expectations of worship is that I'll be made welcome as being part of a family, but also that I experience God.
feel relaxed, and also, yeah, I feel like sometimes you have to like, be a Christian when you to feel the beliefs and the faith that you have for God.
So, what do you expect, or what do you like when you come to a church service?
To have fun and make and other people making me involved in the stuff that they do.
What's your favourite part of the service?
Probably if there is like something to do there, like sticking stuff and things for kids. We are on there and I like it.
So I kind of expect I come into the actual building, the church building, and I see some people who I know, who I'm friends with maybe in that church, so I can have like a conversation and catch up as well. And then as I sit down for worship, I expect kind of like a interactive worship, not a lecture. A lecture being they're just telling you this and that, and this is how it is done. Not like I kind of feel like an interactive worship. It is very nice because it allows you to give your own opinion on the things that the preacher is telling you or asking you. It's kind of like a discussion, more discussionary worship. And then you have the sermon. They say the sermon and they maybe ask some questions in that as well.